This is an instructional video about multi-step equations. And our question for our essential question is, what do I do first? So I already have this written down. How do I solve equations? The first step here, distribute, we're not going to be doing any problems with that right now. But what I do mean by that is, say you have something like this. We're taught that it's like a rainbow thing. So it's 2x plus 2 because you multiply everything out. So that's what I mean by distribute. We're not going to see any problems with that currently. We will in the future though. So we just got to make sure that we always have that as our habit. That first we got to take care of that. Then we want to make sure we combine any like terms, and then we just solve using SADMAP. So I'm actually just going to go through two different examples here, just to kind of reinforce the idea of what we're doing. Okay, so first thing I want to do is see if I have any distributing. I don't see anything. I'm going to draw my line through the equal sign so I make sure that I have that balance like we talked about in the other video. Then I want to combine any like terms. Well, here are two like terms right there. Now I have a 2 and a 7, which gets to be 9. And then I start doing SADMAP. So I might write that off to the side, just kind of as a review. Do I see any subtraction here? Nope. I see addition. Remember, I need to do the inverse operation of that, which is the opposite. 21 minus 9 is going to get me 12. Remember, when I do something, then I do its inverse, it kind of zeroes out. Now, do I see any division? Nope. Do I see multiplication? Yes. Remember, the inverse of multiplication is division, so I divide by -2, and I get x equals -6. What's really challenging for students is that the whole process of what I'm doing here kind of pulls away from the fact that I know that whatever's on this side has to get me what's on this side. And it pulls away from the idea that this is balanced and that it becomes also like an algorithm where I'm just doing the same thing over and over and over again. However, I just want students to be successful when it comes to more intense or more complex problems. And so that's why I'm really trying to hone in on this whole idea of doing inverse operations, because I can't do mental math with this one. So let me give you one more, and I'll actually have this one with division, because what I do see a lot of students really get confused when they see division. Plus 2 equals -10 minus 17. So I'm going to draw my line through the equal sign to show my balance beam. I don't have any type of distributing. I do see like terms. I have 2 of them right here, so I need to combine those two. There's nothing on this side that I need to worry about combining. So I'm just going to do the math. So I get -27 equals, so what do I have? I have m divided by 4 plus 2. So I've taken care of all this, and now I got to do SADMAP. So I don't see any subtraction, but I do see addition, and so we need to take care of that as our inverse operation. -27 minus 2 is going to get you -29, so I took care of that. I do see division, and the inverse of division is multiplying, so I'm going to multiply both sides by 4. That's going to zero out. Let's see, 29 times 4. That's going to get me, you are capable of doing this, Miss Wolf. There we go. So that'd be 150. Nope. 8 and 3 is 11. 116. So -116. And there's your answer. So the only thing I can say to really help get it successful with solving multi-step equations like these is just to try them over and over and over and over again. There are so many other strategies that students can use. Mental math is completely viable, but it might take a very long time, especially when we get to answers that aren't going to be whole numbers. They're going to be like decimals or fractions. Sometimes they're square roots, especially when you start getting into more stuff with higher levels of algebra. So I would just suggest to really stick with trying to follow inverse operations. Models can help too. And so I know there's a lot of websites that have digital models that you can use, like with, this, and then you had the rectangles and then the squares, and then you're trying to find out what rectangle was equal to. Like those can really help too. The part is when we start seeing negatives, that's when things kind of start to fall apart a little bit. But you still can use it. And so a lot of strategies. I know this one isn't going to be the most successful for all the students, but just wanted to show you a couple of ways of solving equations.